I'm a 90s Star Wars kid, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is the final box of the great value farming of Secrets of Power. This is the 12th box overall. This is the 6th box of case number 2. Across the 2 cases, we have pulled 2 low-end showcases. We've gotten ourselves maybe a couple Amidala's. We've successfully found some Charisnemics, maybe a couple, 2 or 3 Darth Trias, some Darth Scions, but we want as many as we can get. As many Amidalas and Darth Scions, all the Darths that we can get. And hey, if by some stroke of luck, this box has another showcase, we would love to have that as well. So hitting our uncommons in our first pack, our first rare is actually a legendary. That's Lando Calrissian. Now, the last time that we had a Lando box, it was a very sad box. That box had almost no value in it. So here's to hoping that this box is not like that box. Uncommon, 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 escape pod. That certainly is not a hit. Escape pod is not worth anything. Getting through the commons, common hyperspace. Oops, went a little too far. There's an uncommon, 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 a rare first light, and a foil first light. I've shown this to you a few times across these boxes where one card is immediately followed by another version of the same card. Hyperspace to normal, normal to foil. It's funny how often that ends up happening. Uncommon, 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 rare, the elite squad. Well, I'll tell you, I think Lando might just be the hallmark of a bad box, because we are starting in quite the deficit here. We're going to need to mount a serious value comeback if we're going to break even on this box. Uncommon, 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 legendary light maker. That's a step in the right direction. It's about $5 in the right direction. Still have a lot to make up for, but hey, better than confidence in victory or something like that. Uncommon, 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 rare libertine. Unfortunately, not going to help us out. That is not a hit. Get through the commons. Uncommon, 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 and a rare moral authority. Also not going to help us out with those hits. Hyperspace common, more regular commons than uncommon, 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 rare Alexander Callis. Boy, this box went south fast. If we do not hit like an Amidala and 2 Obi-Wans, we are not making it out of this box. Uncommon, uncommon. Here's a rare hyperspace Taladareth, maybe worth something, but there we go. What was I just saying? If we don't hit an Amidala, we're in trouble, and we hit an Amidala. So just like that, we went from almost certainly not going to make back the money to now we are in position where I wouldn't say we're likely to be profitable on here, but we're in good position to break even now, thanks to that Amidala. It's such a swing. Amidala goes for about $30 right now, which Amidala plus the other cards are probably sitting at about $40 in value. Captain Rex rare, going to push us up a couple more dollars. Anakin Skywalker, you would think would be worth something, but 1, it's a foil, and 2, it's a spotlight, and therefore it turns out not worth much of anything. All right, let's get through the commons here. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon hyperspace, and then a rare special modifications, which is only good for about $1. Common, hyperspace common, more commons. And then we have uncommon, 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 rare Naboo Royal Starship, not going to help our hits at all. We are now, ladies and gentlemen, entering the second half of our final box. Let's see if we can eke out another $20 in value here. That's the hope. Can we find 20? Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Luthen's Hallcraft. That is not going to help. Commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon hyperspace. Rare General Grievous. Also not going to help. So now we're on another downswing. This box is a roller coaster ride, guys. We're up and then we're down and then we're up and then we're down. Let's get through the commons here. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Let's talk legendary. I wish I could tell you that that was going to help us out, but I don't. I mean, at best, that's probably a couple of dollars. I don't, and it might even be less than $1. That is not one of the legendaries that we needed. And we have 4 legendaries, which means there's only 1 to 2 legendaries left. So we're really dependent on what those legendaries might be. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Moral Authority. That is not going to help us out at all. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Chairman Papanoida, also not helping us out at all. And this is the last pack of the third quarter of the box. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Ornfrita is worth nothing. We have struck out a lot, and we are now on the last 6 packs. Getting through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Stolen Starpath unit worth nothing. Continuing to strike out. We're at the part of the roller coaster at the very end where technically you're still moving, but there's nothing else coming. You're just waiting to get back and get off the roller coaster. Galen Urso, rare. Not helpful. Down to 4 packs. 4 packs to make $20, almost impossible. Because we know we're not going to hit another Amidala in here. Get through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Chopper Legendary. So that is, of the legendaries we had left to hit, that one is not going to do it for us. That's only a few bucks. So we're still sitting somewhere around $17 short of break even. Commons, common hyperspace. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. We have a Chancellor Palpatine. That's good for a couple of bucks. So let's say that we're at 45 right now. Punishing 1. Eye of Aldani. Eye of Aldani is worth nothing. Punishing 1. Good for a couple of bucks. This is the last pack. It is essentially impossible for us to break even at this point. There's only a couple of options. Amidala, or maybe a hyperfoil Darth Treya. And we already have the Amidala. We're not going to get a second one. And hyperfoil Darth Treya is super rare. Uncommon, uncommon. A hyperspace Papanoida, maybe worth $1. Ebon Hawk, worth maybe $4. So we made it back to about the 50 mark, but that's about it. Let me show you what we've got. So we've got Amidala, about 30. Lightmaker about 5, Lando around 8. I'll just call that all together 40. Chopper is maybe 3. Let's Talk might be nothing. Ebon Hawk is 4. Chairman Papanoida Hyperspace, maybe a couple. Let's call all of that together 50. Punishing 1 for a couple. Chancellor Palpatine 2 to 3. Special modifications for 1. Captain Rex a couple. So we're in the maybe mid 50s at that point. Tala Durith Hyperspace. I don't know if that's worth anything at all. I have Aldani. I think the rest of these are nothing. I don't think we have any value in the rest of these. The only thing that I might be missing is that maybe Anakin is worth something, but I'm pretty sure that I've checked and he isn't. So that brings us to the end of the 12th box, the end of the second case, the end of all of the bulk that I have purchased to see if we can farm the value cards. We definitely hit a number of value cards, but probably not at a rate that's going to allow us to break even on both cases. But I also did get a couple of showcases out of it, a C-3PO and a Governor Price. So I'm always happy to get showcases. With that, we will see whatever's next on this channel, whether I buy some more cards or record some weekly play or play online. We'll see what sounds good. Of course, if there's anything you want to request, just put a comment down below and I'll take a look. Until next time, I'm just a 90s Star Wars kid. I'll see you then.